Ek Omkar. One thing leads to another, and we all know it. So, yesterday's question led to a few more questions today, but I'm going to be talking about only one question, typically because it's about meditation, but in a different flavor. Hope you like the flavor, not because it's a question on meditation, but because of the way we had this conversation. So, this being called me this noon and told me that he has been meditating for a very, very long time. But now he's frustrated because his meditation is not leading him anywhere. I was listening to him. He said he has been sitting in silence for hours at end but has not been getting any results. He asked me why. Now, I was a little baffled at that because I didn't know what kind of results was he expecting. So I asked him back, "What results?" He replied and laughed actually, saying, "आप अजीब हैं, मैं आपसे सवाल पूछ रहा हूँ, आप जवाब देने की जगह वापस मुझसे सवाल पूछ रही हैं." I said, "इसलिए पूछ रही हूँ ताकि आपको निराश ना कर दूँ, मुझे नहीं पता आप क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं." So he said, "That is exactly what I'm asking you." This was a little bit confusing situation if you actually think about what we went through this noon. I kept thinking to myself because I really did not have an answer to him. And I didn't want to go wrong at this and disappoint him. So I said, "I'll make it simple for you. How do you meditate?" He said, "I just told you, I sit in silence. I sit in so much silence that I have even removed the wall clock from my room where I sit and meditate. In fact, my family members are not even around when I meditate so that nobody is able to disturb me. And despite putting in so much efforts for so many years at end now, I have reached nowhere." This got me thinking. And I decided to then answer his question. I told him, "Look, I don't know where you want to reach, and I honestly would not be able to give you any typical answers. But I know one thing which is going wrong." He said, "What is it?" I said, "The fact that you are expecting to reach somewhere, that expectation to reach a certain level in your meditation perhaps is the point where you are going wrong, where you are not being natural with yourself. You may be still at the periphery, but if there is chaos inside and you are not at peace, I can understand what you are feeling." Often, this is what most of us experience during our own meditative journey. We lay so much stress on the external that we are never able to go inside in the Akash. On the contrary, even if I feel we are dancing, we are singing, we are moving around in joy, we can still be still inside. I told this being, I said, meditation is what stills you and silences you. If you are expecting the reverse to happen, that is exactly what perhaps is disappointing you. Perhaps while you are concentrating on the silence, you're missing the very point of meditation. I was now reproached by another question. आप थोड़ा अच्छे से समझाएं. I'm not really getting you. Then I told him about the times I used to hold discourses on Ashtavakra Gita. And after telling him about Ashtavakra, I told him to forget all methods, all identities, and I said, dwell with nothingness. I then told him how, by being nothing and by just jumping into that ocean of meditation that Ashtavakra talked about, he may be able to reach somewhere. And then I told him, I said, आप जिस दिन साधना को इस प्रकार से करेंगे कि साधक और साध्य दोनों ही गायब हो जाएंगे, उस दिन आपकी साधना सच्ची होगी. आज आप साधना से कुछ ना कुछ उम्मीद कर रहे हैं, इस उम्मीद को छोड़ दीजिए. So he said, now I am getting you a little bit. And then he again asked me, he said, so you are asking me to drop all methods? I said, yes. Drop the very fact that you are supposed to be sitting in silence. All theories, all aids, all expectations, everything binds us, and only freedom frees you. Yes, it is freedom that frees you, and once you are free, you go close to freedom. It's vice versa. And once you become free of everything, you are able to reach somewhere close to being nothing. And that is when you start going with your meditation. There was a silence in our conversation. And then he broke it by asking again, तो आप कह रही हैं मैं कुछ भी नहीं चाहूँ अपनी साधना से? In a childlike excitement, I said yes. Because if you will expect some change, some result, as you call it, again, you will be lost between being this or that, and you will not be able to be yourself. So stop getting close to all kinds of identifications, all definitions, and drop all crutches. And I told him to start being natural, to stop expecting everything from his meditation, because I said meditation itself is the result. And then he asked me, he said, last question, is the result of what? I said, of being yourself and of living with a certain calmness in your own center and core. He said, got it. And he hung up the phone with a thank you. And I'm still pondering over his possessing words, got it. Satnam.